Number one, go to your local dive shop. When you get to the dive shop, go and talk to the manager. You know, every dive shop does many several classes during the week. So during the week, what they have is new students, new people, more curious. They want to know, this is the first time I've done this. So what better chance for you to get images of that? So you offer them a package, certain amount of money, maybe $100 for the pictures following up, and then you get 4 or 5 per instructor that they do every day. So how is it this? You approach 2 of the 3 people in the class, you tell them that you're gonna do a few pictures. Obviously do it after they do the confined water, do it when they're in the ocean, the way you don't bother the instructor. Instructor is doing the number 1 and number 2 dives, then you get pictures of that, then you wait for the next time they do number 3 and number 4, you get your GoPro, you do a little package, you can put a little bit of video, you can put a little bit of stills. Today is very easy to do videos and do all the editing at home, and then you give them a little package with everything they did during the class. Anyone who ever taught diving knows that your students always gonna have a little bit of like a remembrance of what it was to be a new diver, and it's always exciting. So it's nothing wrong for that. And for the shop, it's very easy because they don't want to pay another person to go and do that for them, right? So you can offer them a little bit of money to the shop, 10% of what you're charging. Then you charge the student gave you a little bit of money, you have the fun of going diving, you pay attention to the class, maybe you learn a little more, and then both the class, the student, and yourself, they all make a little bit of money, and some of them make a little bit of knowledge. That's the number one and easiest one to do for you, and you don't need to be an instructor. You just need to be a good diver, pay attention to things, have a GoPro, or have a little point and shoot. Today with technology, there are so many cameras. Even in the link down here, I'm gonna put a few of the links for you to invest in a little camera that you can do this job very easy. Number 2, as an instructor, what you can do is teach specialties. There's so many more. Any new diver always want to go a little farther. So obviously Patty teaches these, now we teach these, SSI teaches these. What you do is like you involve your student to get a little better. The advanced course after the open water. Besides the advanced course, you can do night diving, you can do naturalist, you can do photography, you can do so many other courses, other specialties to any new diver. And it's so more entertaining because they're gonna learn a little more. You can do the beach dives, and on the beach dive, you add the specialty to that. And then you make a little booklet of the little species that they're in the dive sites that you normally go. If you go from a boat, you're gonna have a lot of deep water and kelp forests and stuff like that. If you're in California, if you're in the Caribbean, you have little mini creatures that they're always interesting for people to see, like the ones we shot every week and every day. We do the shorts for our channel on Just Scuba. But the most important thing is you make that person get involved, get so much happy to be involved in the ocean, to be involved on diving. So the more you create curiosity on their mind, the happier they're gonna be to do these courses with you. And then your life as a new instructor or a better instructor or an old instructor, you get more like a heartwarming experience to be able to teach people the same way one time when you were an instructor and when you start learning, how excited were you the first days of your career as a diver. So remember, specialties is a very good way to make a little extra income that you can compile with your instructing class, or you can compile whatever other job you do. Maybe you're an instructor only on the weekends. I don't know, I do this full time, so I love what I do, and I've been doing it for over 30 years. But the idea here is like get involved, all your students and people you know and family and friends, to know more about the ocean and about the beautiful things around the planet. And that's just the number 2. Absolutely exceptional. Get little courses, little ideas that you can create a little more money doing that. And number 3, this is the one that I personally most like. Why is that? Because number 3 involves adventure. So what you do, you create these little trips. You don't need to go to France, Italy, Spain, Mexico, Africa. You can, but those trips are a lot more complicated to build and it takes more time. I do them all the time, but I've been doing this for so long that I know how to do it. But imagine this. You're, let's see, in Maui or in Mexico or in Brazil, you know, you put a small package, start with small groups, maybe 4 people. talk to another agency in a place that you want to go. And what you do, you put a small package together. You talk to those, usually the companies that you're going to take people with, they will give you one space for free. So you get 4 people to pay you a little bit of money. You get a van. If you don't have a van, you can carpool, you can meet them there. But a lot of the divers like to see what is a little farther away, right? Again, you can do it internationally, but the easy way to start little by little is do the short trips, right? Like if you're in Ohio, maybe go to Idaho to one of the artificial lakes or artificial rivers or the quarries. You know, there's so many things that you can do and add. You can take people diving in rivers. You know, in Florida you have the manatees and all that, but do these little groups. Go to your dive shop, go to make a dive club. It's a little step to find and make your career as the future in your life. And it's such an easy way to do it. The only thing you know is a little bit of money, your dive gear, a group of people, talk to your club, talk to your dive shop, talk to your friends and family, and make groups. As I say, 4 people, small group, jump in a van, offer them the diving, you get the tanks, you get the setup with the company, and everyone would be happy because not everyone has time to do these things. So everyone will be happy that you're putting everything together, that you're gonna take them in a trip of a lifetime, even if it's a small trip. It's all in your mind. You have to make them believe, make them love what you're doing. Diving is such an exceptional sport, and for us, it's such an exceptional career. Again, I've been doing it for many, many years, so I'm gonna try to encourage you to spread the love of what you do, because it makes people so much happy. You know, when have you seen a person coming out of the water going like, oh, this was horrible? Usually they come smiling, and new divers come smiling than ever. So there you go. Those are the 3 ways that you can make a little more money. You're not gonna be a millionaire, but it's gonna make your life so much happy and so much joyful and entertaining, and you're gonna have so many more dive buddies, and life is good. Stay safe out there. And if you love it and you like it, please follow us. We're gonna try to put another video next week. Hopefully you enjoy it. Aloha and a hui ho.